Well, interesting events last night. As you see, we got the neighbor's jack out here. 4 crushed jack stands that are absolutely mangled. And yeah, a bunch of parts. Here's another one. 3 tons a piece. Sorry I didn't film it. Beyond fucking pissed off right now. We had the truck way up in the air to get the 24's on there and paint the calipers and touch up a couple areas. We were doing that last night, and went into last night, started painting last night, prepping for everything, and middle prep in the front. The entire truck, as you guys know, was all the way over here against this. Came down, toppled over us, and my Jeep was sitting right here, almost fucking killed us, pinched us right in between the Jeep and the truck. The whole thing came down like this and then dropped back down. And yep, all the work you put into painting everything and, you know, doing everything, freaking, yeah, now pretty much went to shit. I hope not, but now we're going to assess the damages, and we got some touch-up to do underneath because this thing was laying on rotors and axles and whatnot. And as you can see, the dust cover, little grays there, but so far I don't see anything broken, but it wasn't good, guys. So yeah, so now we got to do a little touch-up work before it rusts. So we're gonna assess what got scratched up. I mean, obviously there's something scratched up, though, you know, it took a 3-ton jack stand and just crumbled it. I was using rags, so I didn't scratch anything, the whole 9. And upset's not even the word. It really is. And as you can see, the holes into the concrete of this truck, all the oil, half of them broken. I mean, keep having issue after issue and fight after fight. We have literally 4 days before a show, and you know, we're waiting on parts, we're waiting on powder coated parts, and you know, I still gotta paint the new mirrors. I have so much to do, and now it just keeps adding to the laundry list. We keep losing days and days and days. Everything just keeps fighting us, so I'm so pissed. Well, what a nightmare. This is back up. Just kind of straighten her out and finally get back to work. Well, now we got the truck back up on all 4s. We actually had helping my neighbor's jack. What a freaking nightmare. And yeah, so now we're painting the calipers, rotors, stuff like that. Obviously going easy where the brake pads are. It's just gonna burn off anyway. I'm not too worried about it, but everything's looking really good. We got the first one done. We're gonna do this one at a time now that we're out of freaking jack stands, but I'm pumped about that. So, of course, areas that aren't supposed to be painted, I'm not really worried about because it's just gonna burn off of them anyway. So, yeah, something to accent the 24's. And now we're about to put our first one on. And by tonight, we'll have all these painted, wheels mounted. We're gonna go through, touch up any other spots maybe I missed, or any other ones that I missed that got damaged when the truck dropped. We're just taking our time here, doing this as right as we can. And once we have everything mounted, we are, while this is all drying and whatnot, while we're waiting to mount so we're waiting for it to dry enough that we can mount the wheels on. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start tearing down any parts that need to be sandblasted so we can get them powder coated tomorrow. So we need the bumper brackets, I mean a bunch of different shit. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. In the meantime, you know, I want to paint back here, even though this doesn't really matter, but it's just gonna bother me. I guess whoever painted the bed did a really freaking shit job on it. We're not gonna have a tailgate. I'm still waiting for the freaking internals for that. So unfortunately no tailgate, but we'll have the front and rear bumpers on. We've got to paint match the door handles still. We got to paint match the brand new mirrors because obviously these ones are smoked. Still got to replace that vent guard. Want to finish the grill up. I have a little custom idea for the grill, but we do have the show in October to do all the rest of the paint matching. So I'm not, you know, super worried about all that. If we can get this thing to go to a show and have it put together correctly and everything look mint, I'll be pretty happy with that, just because we're running out of freaking time here when, you know, with work and everything else getting in the way, obviously, it's definitely becoming harder and harder to do. So yeah, hopefully we can have this thing looking somewhat decent for the show and yeah, be on our way to have a fun time there, show the truck actually moving for the first time, first drive, the whole nine. I haven't even driven this thing. I've owned it for a year and a half now. Year and a half in the making for all this. And just as you think you're close, it just keeps getting further and further away at the same time. There's still a lot of little odds and ends things like, you know, the caps in the back of the bed. I mean, everything. So I'm thinking if everything goes as planned, we stay busy with work, I should have the entire truck completely done, finished, dialed in, tinted, the whole nine, by the Atlantic City show. But the show is 20 minutes from my house. It'd be a good first drive, you know, first time showing out. And I think it would be really cool to actually debut the truck. Granted, like I said, it'll be unfinished, but hopefully by the AC round 2, October 23rd, this thing should be fully finished if I can stay on top of it and keep getting shit done. So one wheel at a time now that we have no jack stands, and we're just taking our time and being patient, as hard as that is for me to do. And yeah, slowly but surely, this thing's gonna look pretty sweet here real soon for you guys. Soon for you, nighttime for me. So let's get after it. Guys, this is coming out pretty insane. Such a long time coming. Still so much more to do. Not a lot of time, but it is looking closer and closer to being 100% done for the AC show. Halfway there for the Island Dragway show. So many parts I can't get. So many things that have been fighting me, or I can't literally buy it, it's back ordered, or I'm waiting on it, or whatever, and I keep running into more and more problems as I go along, naturally. But guys, this thing, from the old piece of shit, rusty pile of shit that came into my house after I traded my extended cab truck for this with a vision in mind, and after a year and a half to finally see something coming together, there's just no better feeling right now. Well, everyone, we are crunching hard. It is now, what? I think it's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday morning. We got a little rain, kind of like up and down with the rain all day. Yeah, crunching to say the freaking least. Yeah, we have still so much to do to the truck. I think today is going to be like paint anything off the truck type day and detail day. We're going to touch some stuff up tomorrow. Hopefully get the rest of our parts tonight, and then Friday we'll be bolting the rest of the stuff on the truck into Friday night. So we're crunching right now. We're actually painting the rear diff cover. After touch up after touch up, not too shabby. What a nightmare. Well, as the grind continues, just button this up. Now we go to the other side. Some little microfiber, some cleaner. Gotta seriously detail this up a little bit, but oh yeah. A little better, not paint matched or nothing yet, but for the show for the weekend, definitely not looking half bad. The grind just doesn't stop. Now we're prepping parts for powder because my buddy who's gonna sandblast them had to run out of town, so he'll be out till Saturday, which is the show. So now I'm just hand prepping everything, and luckily we don't have too much that we're even gonna be able to get. Then I gotta shoot up to the other side of the county, pick up a last minute nuts and bolts and stuff to fasten down to make the truck at least legal. It's not looking like we're gonna have it the rear bumper or tailgate on it, but for AC we should. But other than that, everything's going along honestly slightly better than planned. So as long as all the powder gets done tonight and I can have it back, yeah, we'll be looking good. So yeah, we will keep pressing this stuff out and yeah, get this stuff off the powder and then back in the truck tomorrow along with a detail and change of some fluids, and for the most part we'll be rolling out, so can't complain. So we'll see what happens. Safety first. And after you have carpal tunnel and you beat the shit like me, you finally got everything blasted, and then so now it's looking like, yeah, tomorrow everything's gonna get powder coated. Just sending it to my brother. So all this stuff, guys, this whole reason I do this channel is this is all at home. We're doing this all ourselves, so I wanted to film it, give you guys motivation on your builds and whatnot, to see what you guys can actually do if you got a damn good work ethic, because I mean, this is literally a full-time job at this point. This is what started my business and stuff like that, and hopefully we keep on climbing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all the content, and I'm a man of safety, gloves, ready to go, OSHA approved. That's what we're about. But yeah, no, I hope you guys are enjoying everything, and I'm really stoked to see how this thing's gonna come out. Well, new mirrors are on. Yes, they are getting to be paint matched, just not yet. We just didn't have time for it before the show. But we just wired everything up, put all the LEDs in there, smack her back into place here. Mint. And we are finally lit. Woo, this thing looks like a runner. I'm loving it. Sucks we're not gonna have time to tin it yet either, but before AC, everything's getting thoroughly gone through. We're gonna clean it up, make it look as good as we possibly can for this show. Still waiting on a bunch of parts. That's why it's gonna be half put together at the show, but wow, what a freaking makeover, guys. Thank you to John Noss, local Sussex Super Duty salesman, local county boy. We got ourselves tail light bolts. This is gonna bug the shit out of me, so I got some paint match and I am just gonna hit this probably after the wash tomorrow and spray it in there, then put the tail lights in. But yeah, we got tail light bolts and we got our fuel hold down for the filler neck. So I suppose we install these right now. So then we'll actually have tail lights in it. Looking like I'm gonna have to do something with this wiring because he didn't have anything. I can't find anything. You can't get anything. I have brackets right here with a rear bumper, and I'm not putting this rusty chrome one on that came with it that I had already taken off. Just kind of sucks that it's in the condition it's in because, you know, one plastic, I mean the whole nine. I mean, this thing is roached. You guys saw the truck in the beginning if you guys have followed up to this far, so just having trouble getting these freaking brackets off. They're rusted on there pretty good, so maybe hit them with some heat. Maybe after the show we can get these off and sandblast and powder these for the new bumper that we already have. We just are missing those brackets, and we're also missing the bolts to mount them, which I ordered a month ago and they're still not here. So, you know, what are you gonna do? We want to pop out to the show, show everybody the progress so far, and honestly, the freaking whole race truck rear is kind of freaking badass. So we are gonna do something with this wiring. Gonna hopefully get rid of it. But yeah, we'll unplug whatever we can. I know there's several things that just plug into the harness, so all this freaking sensor bullshit, which we were actually gonna drill into the new bumper. I don't know, guys. Should I just, I'm about to freaking paint up a 6.7 rear bumper or something for this. I don't know yet. Oh, no tailgate yet. We can't get internals for another freaking month. I mean, it just sucks. We already have the tailgate. Everything's ready to go. We have everything, yet we're missing things. So, pain in the ass, but this thing is looking stupid sharp. And I am so happy with how this thing has turned out. So we got a little touch-up areas in the morning and whatnot before the show. Gonna give it a good decon and everything. It's been sitting a while, so give it a good detail. Inside and out. Engine bay, the whole nine. Give it a good one. And yeah, then touch up some spots and whatnot with the paint. And then by tomorrow night, might even be polishing this thing. So we'll see what happens. But we got a lot of work to do in a little amount of time, so we're about to mount this diff cover. So let's get to it. And the boxes keep lessening and lessening and lessening. It's looking more and more like a truck every day. Well, it's the next day now. We just got the whole surface prepped. Had to be real careful not to screw up any of, obviously, the paint and everything. But yeah, we're just giving it one last little prep and wipe down, and we're about to mount this diff cover finally. Oof, does that shit look good. We got our AMSOIL going in. Yes, I know I need more. But we're going to put something in there for now and see how much more we're going to need. And all the fluids, AMSOIL, only the best. We're about to fill this sucker up. Got her filling up. Conveniently have a little dipstick and check the fluid and everything with this cover. I'm digging this. This came out awesome.